What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Marcus Mack. Another beautiful day in the Bay. I got a special guest with me today. She been getting down all over Northern California doing her thing on the comedy scene. Uh, I'm happy to have her here with me today. It's been, I've been, going through a lot to get her on the show because she's been so busy. I've been so busy. So we finally got her on, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Gabby Valentino. What's going on, girl?
Drum rolls, drum rolls. What's cranking? What's cranking? What's cranking? Okay, okay, with the hand clap. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, what's going on?
Nothing. What's up with it, man? I've been missing you over the years. Over the
Yeah,
years,
my
yeah, go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead. No,
No, over
go
the
ahead.
years, we've been doing comedy together, but for some reason, we just wasn't, linking up. You know what I'm saying? It was always you would be somewhere else, I'll be somewhere else. You know how the game goes. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you on the show today, man. What's going on?
What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, even with I kind of had fell back. I had fell back from it too. So I wasn't really doing it, and then during the pandemic, working with the bank club because they're my folks, and
Yeah, that's
helping
over there on
them.
San Pablo. That's on San Pablo in
Yeah, helping
Emeryville.
them. Yep, helping them. Just create a new event inside their space. I had kicked off the Funny Wednesday open mic, but yeah, my reign. I had kicked it in, came in real heavy. You know, uh, and I've always kind of been a one woman show, so that got expensive.
Right, right, right.
And
That's a
then
flyer right there. I put a flyer up just now of the location. I'm not sure that's
okay,
the week, but I know you got something going on tomorrow or yeah, tomorrow, right?
yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah, got the funny as fuck Pride comedy show going on tomorrow. So I'm with my rainbow community. This is a new relationship, which I'm very appreciative of. I'm working with the owner of K Rico, which he owns a gay bar and restaurant. They've been some long time. I guess they done had their footprint in the Bay Area. I guess Oakland Bay Area with the what was it, the Benching Bar. And so
Right.
when that shut down, he bought a few spaces over there off of 15th and Westford. So he got a restaurant, been open for about 3 years, and it was kind of the same thing. He had been hitting me, and
Right.
I never got around to going to it. And then earlier this year, or was it last year? I think earlier this year, he had put something in one of the comedy groups and was like, anybody interested? And I responded on one, and we kicked off the first one, I believe. We kicked off. Oh, I got the poster behind me. We kicked off the first one June 22nd.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's going well. We on our third one. And it's a good relationship. It's different than what I'm used to, which I'm super happy because now I'm really the talent scout. Like I don't got to use my own budget. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
I get a budget and
Right.
I book the comedians. So it's my
Right.
show, my run, and get a budget, book the comedians, and we, have a flat rate or a rate at the door. But this is a great experience because it's letting me know that, my other avenues in the industry and how I can
Okay.
show up too, because there's a lot of
Okay.
venues that want stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. And I just know
Light
from,
it up, buddy.
personally working with a lot of these club owners could be a little difficult sometimes, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because there's things they want, there's things you want, you got to find a common middle ground for it to all work out, because I've been in so many buildings and locations and venues, man, and it'll be cool for the first couple of shows, and then after that,
Right.
people start wanting more than you can give, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just chalk it up to the game, you know. So
That is.
so yeah, so let's move on. How did you become a comic? I'll tell you my story. You
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. For sure on that one. So what was it, 2009? Because we got to roll back from like when I really retired
Yeah,
from working at a 9 to 5 traditionally, like going into
right,
work every day.
right.
I was working with the Making Waves education program. It was the program at that time. Now it's the academy, but they
Oh,
was
okay.
rolling into the academy. and
Okay.
they had started like a couple of hit years. We already knew that they were downsizing because the program couldn't withstand how it was working. And shout out to Making Waves education program, because they put a lot of Richmond kids through college and encourage them to go to college or whatever.
That's
So
good.
I run
Yeah,
into
that's
some
good.
of my students now. But on my last day there, I was one of the last ones to go. And I'm like, at that time I was like, what, people have, I've been cracking jokes forever.
Right.
And it was a comedy competition that came up, and it was on safe sex. And
Okay.
I jumped in, and that was 2009. I think or something like that. I entered the comedy competition.
Yeah.
I competed against some veterans, some Bay
Yeah.
Area veterans, some veterans that was on BET, and shit, I
Yeah.
won just like that, out the gate. So
Wow.
that gave me bragging rights. It gave me energy. Yeah, I just took off like that, and
Right. Lucky for
instead
you.
of, huh?
I said, lucky you.
Yeah. I mean, I really was like serious about that. I was that whole week. I'm asking folks. I'm researching safe sex. I'm kind of seeing how I could spin on it. So I brought some. I had props and everything. And I think in general, I could just on the stage, because I'm an educator, so I'm used to speaking. I was a Navy recruiter, so I'm used to.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
It was nervous. I was nervous, no doubt, because it
Now
was
wait,
like,
now that was
okay,
that was that was your first time being introduced to comedy. You didn't do no open mics or
I've
nothing.
never
Just
done open mic. I've never done anything. I went straight to competition. It was at Everett's and Jones. I walked out of there with $100, and then I was in comedy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
was in
yeah,
comedy.
yeah. That's
But
what everybody do. They get that bug. You get that bug, man. It could become addictive. I say it could be addictive, man. Because I remember when I got into it, I was looking for a mic every night. I was just like, I just wanted to get out there and just keep working material. And then I realized how hard it was. Everybody
right.
think that they could just get up there and do it.
Oh
Then
yeah.
then once you realize the art form of it, you realize the art of it, then you go, I actually got to do some research. I got to
Oh
work on
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah. It's not a cakewalk. Um, and so I end up I actually from there, I don't know. I did that, and then I was excited. I just did a show. I just went directly into producing, really. So
Yeah.
I went directly into producing because that's how my mind was anyway. I was already doing somewhat event production.
Right.
With Flow Presents, and I think I had did a artist. I did a little mini tour for artists that doing Pride. So I was doing events around the Pride events, and
Okay. How was
so
that?
I
How was
went.
the Pride comedy? How was that?
I mean, it's still like untapped area where somebody just hone it as a producer. Like I'm going to. That's why this funny as fuck is quite interesting. The funny as fuck Pride. So like I said, I
Okay.
think this is gonna have some legs, just like the Funny Wednesday open mic, because we'll be hitting 2 years in March. But yes, the funny as fuck Pride. That one right there is a little harder for me to scout because I'm sure I'm gonna run out of gay comedians at some point in the Bay Area. But right now, I am just really booking LGBTQIA, all them alphabets on
right.
that
Right.
show.
Right.
So you got to have a little sugar in your tank to get as a comedian, to get on that show.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah. You know what direction you want to go in. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I like the producing, but getting into it when like I said, as a comedian though, don't get me wrong, I will step on the stage. Like this show, I host Funny as Fuck Pride, but my first show that I produced, I brought Leslie Jones out. Like I'm telling you, I just was so excited, and I didn't have. I have more intimidation that I now than I did then. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I want to get out of that. I want actually to bring that like no worry, don't care about the nose kind of feeling, like it is what it is. Um,
Mhm.
But yeah, I brought Leslie Jones out here twice. Matter of fact,
Okay.
put Jay Rich on the show. I didn't really have no relationships with comedians and didn't know any comedians. So of course that made it hard for me. Then it was like I was competition. And it's still that culture now. You know,
Ready.
it's an interesting business because even when in my mind I was gonna book like this dope ass all female. Linnell
Right.
didn't have Jimmy Kimmel. I'm talking about not 2009, 10 pre pre SNL for Leslie Jones. Even though they 20 years in the game, you already know how this
Yeah.
comedy thing is.
Yeah.
But Leslie was like she didn't book all women shows, so that was my first introduction into like the culture of comedy and how like damn this is wild because you before you on the outside of anything new, you think it's all roses and shit. You think all motherfuckers get along, all
Yeah.
motherfuckers is gonna work with each other, all motherfuckers get excited. And it was
Right.
so much mess. Even now, I find that like people take so many things personal. They can't keep it
Oh
really
yeah.
business.
Oh
Like
yeah.
in real talk, I'm like, I just
Yeah.
inboxed Whiteout. I'm like, did you block me? Because I hopefully he cut that page out because he's been in funny Wednesday
Yeah, I
open
learned
mic.
that too.
But
I learned that there's a lot of insecurity in the comedy game too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of, a lot of dudes that smile in your face, but they'll try to stick a knife in your back too at the same time. So you know how I dealt with it. I just kept moving forward. You know,
yeah,
I didn't have time to be dealing with all that. I just do what I do. I got that from Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney
yeah,
said, "Do what you do."
right,
Don't worry
right,
about nobody else. Just do what you do. That's pretty much what that was my philosophy toward comedy. Just do what you do and
right,
don't
right,
worry
right.
about it. So let
Yeah,
me ask you a question. You don't have no mentor. You just jumped into comedy, but with both feet, with no mentor.
I
You
just
self
jumped
taught.
in.
You
I just
self
jumped,
taught.
huh?
You self taught.
I'm self-taught. Every single thing. Every single thing. Nobody know. I didn't even know you supposed to get a mentor. You needed to get a mentor. Like I said, like, and that's was the big, that was like the big, like, it was like they expect you to get permission to do anything big. And I've never been like that. Like I'm coming out the gate, I'm in, I don't care what kind of level superstar they in. I'm in the inboxes, I'm getting phone numbers. And so during that time, like by the time I tapped out, and this goes back to what you were saying um, about the venues. Again, I didn't have no relationship with venues. The Bay Area is really tight knit. I'm not from here. So like any door, I damn near had to kick open. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
had to
Right.
convince, but it's interest. So my last what took the wind out of me because I was about my 10 months in. I was doing some shows over at Jeffries as well. Brought Scruncho, brought Gary G Thing, brought I mean like this was like I was even asking people who should I bring the Bay. This was when Tony Baker hadn't hit it like that. He was like Tony Baker. Everybody
Yeah.
was dropping. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, old girl, she had just got in the scene. What's her name? She just celebrated her 10th or 5th. What's her name out in LA? She is in the scene. She's over Red. Who is she over? She's over a couple of people. Ah, shit. I'll think of her name. Like you know
I
her,
know.
but she
I think I know who you're talking about.
so she was just getting in, but she was out in LA. And it was like my name had traveled all the way out there. What took the wind out of me, one, I didn't have support. So like I said, and again, I didn't have no mentor. I didn't have people wrapping their arms around me. It was just comedians that want to get booked. Then I find out when I book them, they don't promote, so it
Yeah.
was like a lot of work. Then
Yeah.
I'm paying this money. Y'all not promoting.
Right.
You
Right.
tapping you into me like you really, want this, but soon as I book you is another thing.
Yeah.
Uh, my last what took the win out of me, 3,000 Broadway. I had started the Laugh Lab. I think I was
Hmm.
able to have one or two shows. Matter of fact, I brought Skill Hudson. He probably was the last one I brought to 3,000 Broadway. Matter of fact, I'm
Hmm.
bringing him back December 20th. Shout out to
Okay.
Skills, because he up there doing his thing with Linnell, the Jimmy Kimmel show in Las
Right.
Vegas. So,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
that's 10 years ago, I believe. So I was doing a show on a Sunday. I think it would have been my third Sunday. My
Okay.
team is there. They setting up and they telling me, oh, something's going on. The dude didn't even tell me he had cut the show off. He
What?
just
Yeah.
snatched it up under me. And it's interesting. I don't know. And I'm gonna ask Jerry Long if he ever see this. He want because and he was just getting out. So he was just getting
Yeah.
out, just starting his comedy. And he instead of him mentioning, because I didn't want the competition off of him. I didn't want $100 off his competition when he was doing it over at 13th at what's that spot called? But anyway, when he had some things going on. But it's interesting, like when I see him and he get on the mic, he just the only thing that he mentioned. I remember, oh, it's so funny when you had that show. That's what he remembered about
Hmm.
me getting shut down on the day of. He ain't know nothing
Right.
about what I did before. And then this is what he keeps because I said the next time I see him, I'm gonna say, why do you mention that? Like, what makes that funny? And then it just like, why is it because it wasn't a funny thing. And I'm sure just like he thought he was gonna be over there, he would just started this Wednesday over
No,
there in
whoa,
them
whoa, whoa, whoa,
venues.
whoa, 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 whoa. Let's back up a little bit. You said you threw a show. You put all that money up, and then the venue shut it down on you. Shut the show down.
Yeah, we didn't start it. They just shut the because it was the Laugh Lab. That's what this one was called. My
But what I'm
first show.
saying is, you had already promoted the show, made the flyers, and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And luckily I had that particular and that's how God worked anyway. Luckily at that particular time, I think it was all Bay Area folks on that show too.
Hmm.
Because I like I said, I had Skills Hustle. I had I brought old boy, he doesn't do comedy now. He looked like Eddie Murphy. He's really tapped in. I think he done got into movies and stuff right now. I can't think of him. But I had tapped into the LA market and I'm like, okay, let me do this third one. And that's when Jerry Law, and at that time, Chris Riggins, he was my host. Shout out
Uh
to
huh.
Chris Riggins. But yeah, so that time when it was time for that showcase, they did not let me know. My team was there setting up, and the dude, he just shut it down. So that took the wind out of me. And
Yeah.
that like it was like motherfuckers making this too hard. But then I would do stuff here and there. But these last 2 years is when I just really got back active because it don't go away. You feel me? I'm a
Right.
producer at heart. And so I'm just like,
Right.
okay, I see what consistency does for you. And long
Yep.
as I stay consistent, like you said,
Yep.
don't take it personal with these people. These peoples are emotional. They talk behind you don't even know if what mess you done got into. You just be finding out, oh, they don't mess with you or someone. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. So I don't take it personal. I ain't personal taking it personal on who they shouldn't take it personal on who I book because I ain't taking it personal on whatever else is going on. But it's a tough business. It's a tough
Yeah.
business. I'm really contemplating like it's crazy because even now I'm like, do I stay in? Because I think about me imagining myself staying consistent for those 10 years and me
Hmm.
growing along with all those comedians that grew, what my
Yeah.
position would be in the comedy production industry. Because once again, I don't ask for permission. I go hard. It's going to be seen
Right.
regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right. It's
yes.
tough, because you
Yeah.
got you got a couple of gatekeepers up here in Northern California. So
Y'all ain't even know.
it'd be kind of hard to do your thing without people trying to sabotage your stuff, man. Once, especially when they find out that you own and you become a big name in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's some players out here that will, sabotage you on purpose. But anyways, man, let's move on to something else, man. Let's go and talk about
Let's talk about these shows or whatever.
okay, all right, we can do
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah. So pull up that funny when okay, yes, the funniest fuck pride that's going down tomorrow. So
Okay.
this I did order me a tutu. I don't even wear skirts and dresses, but I was gonna go all out. Luckily, God is working with me because the tutu ain't getting here to Wednesday. Okay, Amazon, work with me. But we got the funniest fuck pride comedy show going down Halloween night tomorrow. I got 5 of the funniest comedians in the rainbow community. I'm still questioning about Daryl. I don't know if she is, but she rocking with me. She said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get this money and I'll be a rainbow." It's one of them I'm questionable about, but it's
Who?
going down tomorrow at K Rico. $1 tacos. Happy hour start at 5 o'clock. The show it goes
Okay.
from 7 to 9, and I'm gonna have a good old time. So come on out. You can pay at the door.
Okay.
It's show number 3, so let's make it. Let's make this a hit. Let's
Okay.
make it a hit.
And wait a minute, is that an all female lineup?
No,
Uh,
it's I don't care about gender, and I don't even know if they pay it. That guy on that's a guy on the end, but shit nowadays, especially out here in the Bay Area, shit, you ain't no telling what people want to be called. So I don't know if it's all female. It could be it could be shims. Listen, I ain't even getting off into that, like for real,
right. You got to be knowing the pronouns and everything.
man.
Is it the, they, them, her,
Right.
him? I'm like, man, I don't know, bruh. You know. But that's good though. But what motivates you every day? What motivates you to get up out the bed, Gabby Valentino?
Just God, just the fact that I can, when I wake up and open my eyes, I'm grateful. I'm like completely thankful. Now I be sore as hell getting out of bed, but just God, because my mom had a stroke this year. It
Sorry to
changed
hear
her.
that. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, that's been hard because it did change her. And and the longer you live, you I'll be 50 in January. The longer you live, that's every day is I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful every single day that I live. So that's the motivation. Like I'm up. Oh, okay, good. Like it's a go. It's a
Yeah.
go. Now I wish I had as much motivation, because I want things to keep going. But I'm like, I gotta figure out this team thing. I gotta figure out this AI. I got to be able to really like streamline some things. I'm in film
Yeah.
school right now, so I'm hoping one because I've been in that since October of last year. So
Okay.
that has taken a lot of brain space too.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, and in between that, we had to learn. I've never been a filmmaker. Okay, so
Right.
I don't have since this year I've done a short film,
Oh, really?
wrote, produced, directed. Then I did a documentary, wrote, produced, directed. I shot that one on my own.
Right.
And now I got to do a
Wow.
commercial. So that has
Wow.
been
That's a
really
part of the
heavy.
that's a part of the film school.
Yeah, that's part of the film school. Like deliverables each semester.
Okay.
Y'all need to be showing some love. I got this on TikTok. They ain't showing no love. Y'all need to drop these hearts and stuff.
Oh, what you
But
got it
yeah,
on? Okay.
um, but yeah. So hey, the wake up is the present for real.
Okay.
That's it right there. And then, like I said, we was talking about this too earlier. Like it's so heavy in the world right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to be waking up and not in a war zone, like shit, that
Yeah.
get me up and
Exactly.
get me grateful. Like I'm like, thank you, God. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I could go
Yeah.
back to my hood, East St. Louis, and hear a couple of pop
That,
pop.
yeah, I was just about to ask you that. I was saying, where you from? Because I can hear it. I can hear a little bit of it. I can hear it. You
Yeah,
know.
I'm from East St. Louis, Illinois. That's
Okay.
across the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River separates St. Louis, Missouri, and Illinois. It's like going from Oakland to San Francisco. But
Right. Right.
I'm right there by St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay. All right. No
Yeah.
comedy in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, they got comedy. Shit, hella comedian. You know who?
Right.
Tories. The Tories is from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Gary G Thing from St. Louis. You
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
you got quite a few comedians. Yeah, yeah. St. Louis got his comedy because St. Louis, I believe, was built on like comedy, jazz.
St.
So
Louis. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
it
where
got
they.
the
That's
vibe.
yeah. Back in the
It's
day,
got
that's where they went. They would.
and
They would go up. They would go in the. I know how. See, this is how it worked. See, back in the day, when the cotton, when they wasn't, when they wasn't harvesting cotton, and the work would dry up,
uh-huh.
they would go up north. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? From
mm-hmm.
Mississippi, Louisiana, they would go up north and for work. And a lot of them, so they would go from playing gospel, then they would go up north, up St. Louis area and up in that place, and then they was able to play rock and roll and blues and all that old type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do remember that. And I remember that from my
Okay.
grandma. No, my grandmama told me that. They used to all once that cotton was gone, they needed more work. They had to keep it moving. They was like migrants.
Right, right,
They
right.
but they worked the river, the Mississippi River, up
Yep,
and down
yep,
the river.
yep. Yep,
You
you're
know.
right about that. Yeah, yeah. So St. Louis is a whole vibe. East St. Louis is a black owned town. I mean, not black owned, but damn near like 98% of us is black people. Black mayor,
Right.
black restaurant, black. Only thing ain't black. We already know the gas stations. We already
Right.
know who owning them, and they got the audacity. They have a lot of the fried chicken spots. I don't know why my people's, but I listen. I ain't stayed there since '90. Well, I did go back during the pandemic, but yeah. So East St. Louis, they do their own thing. They produce some shows out there. Some comedians out of East St. Louis for
Who you
sure.
like? Who you
Oh, matter
like?
of
Who?
fact, you know who's out of East
Who?
St. Louis? He's on the Tony Baker and what's the name team? The light skin with the freckles.
Yeah, I know you're
Uh,
talking about.
he's from East
Yeah.
St. Louis.
Oh,
So
okay. Cause
yeah,
Cedric the Entertainer from St. Louis too.
Cedric is from St. Louis.
St.
Yeah,
Louis. That's sure
yeah,
is.
but
Who is your influence, man? Who influenced Gabby Valentino? Who is your influence? Rather
you
it's
know,
a celebrity or personal life, or there is somebody that you look at and you go, damn, I
um,
just want to talk to you, huh? Got to be
I don't know.
some influence.
I never, I ain't paid attention. Like, I don't have a lot of comedy history knowledge. I wasn't looking at comedians. I know once I get my eye on, I may start look at them. But
It don't have to be a comedian. You
I
just
just
whoever.
pull
Okay.
from people. Like nobody has everything that I want to be. I pour from people. My mom is a prayer warrior. This woman has been a Christian filled with the Holy Ghost her whole life. I
Yeah.
admire and honor that. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Wow.
believe that and live your life based on this belief that there's something bigger and larger. You know what I'm saying? My
Right.
father is the most humble man. You know, he like a doormat. Them people love, but they love him. But
Hmm.
he's one of the nicest persons that I met in the world, I've never really had like celebrity type of but I was gonna say celebrity crushes, which it ain't no celebrity crush, but I just like her energy. And I ain't been seeing her pop up in a while. Donna Rouse daughter. She is
Oh yeah, Ross. Oh
man,
yeah, yeah,
I love
yeah,
that girl. She just crazy, quirky,
yeah.
She just seems
Right.
like she's free. But it's hard
Yeah.
for me to say who my if I don't really because I don't really spend a lot of time looking at nobody because I've had to I think ever since I left from East St. Louis, and East St. Louis is still in me, it's such a struggle. Like median income is still about 20 some thousand. I'm
Wow.
still, I'm still that person that working hard not to like be back there. Or if I do go back there, I want to buy a block or something. So
Right.
I'm really my own influence. We didn't have teachers. I had nobody really talking to me as a kid. I just was naturally smart and I didn't want to go to college, and I had got caught up a little bit. I went to the detention center, and that's just my mom, Holy Ghost rolling, trying to save me to the street. 3 times I went to the detention center. Last time it was 30 days. And that's
Damn.
because like I would not come home, or about in the 10th grade, I started drinking with over my friend house, and I come home, and I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
always the youngest one. Like if I
Typical
wouldn't have been
teenager.
held back, I would have graduated at 17. So,
Right.
but between my 10th grade that ninth grade summer and that 10th grade boy, that
You went
took me,
hard wild. Yeah.
man, because in our hood, you got it, we don't have that. We don't have, and still they don't have that.
Right.
It's still no place to go for young people. You don't have
Right.
many. It's like that poverty where it's good times type of poverty, and people do what they can. They enjoy themselves. We got we got a whole bunch of club owners in the city in our
Hmm.
hometown. Like a whole like regular people like us, all of
Right.
them on their own spot. It's like
Hmm.
the jukeboxes. You go, you kick
Yeah.
it and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's been I've never had, like I never really had it. And so I don't know
Okay.
how to seek it out because I gotta keep my eye on my own dreams and stuff.
Okay. What are you pursuing right now?
Right
I mean,
now,
yeah, you pretty much said it almost
yeah,
earlier, but
I'm
yeah.
pretty much a lifelong learner. So I'm a veteran, and I jumped on the opportunity to they was had funding for veterans to get retraining. I qualified in that particular arena where I wasn't working at the time. I'm a career substitute teacher because I love when I say career sub because I'm not going and I don't teach 5 days a week
Yeah,
and
that's
do
an
I
educator.
don't do
Yeah,
that no
yeah.
more
Yeah,
because
it take a
it is.
special breed to be a school teacher, man.
Man, it took a lot, but like I've been of service like my whole 50 years of my life. I've been really of service. And so
That's
now,
good, man.
I
We
just
need more teachers, man.
do it
My
my own
daughter's a
way.
teacher.
Yeah, I
My
will
oldest,
always
yeah.
stay certified because I value that opportunity and honor to go into the classroom. And I will probably stay in the elementary zone because I probably have to the middle school. Oh, never the middle schoolers. Like I think the last time I had middle school and I had married to Lavanya Dijon. That's one of the toughest in Richmond. I walked out of that middle school in midday. Past
Really?
the principal, everybody, they
Yeah, they
kiki,
was
ha
that
ha.
bad, little wild kids.
Man, I think that day I had got called a couple of bees. One of the students they had the razors, the Mexicans and stuff. I
Yeah,
said, they had the security guard walking around with her finger wrapped up because they done broke it in the fight. I said, you know what? And all the
right,
leaders was in the hallway, and I kept going back and trying to get, you know what? I walked right by them. Let me tell you, I walked right by
right.
them and handed the principal like, "Hey, these y'all kids. Obviously, this is y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like people have bad kids, so you can't
Yeah,
say nothing to them and you can't do nothing with them.
yeah.
You know what? This you. I walked out of there.
Yeah,
I walked out of there.
you know how it is. And then, hey, look, I drove a bus for 30 years. I used to pick them up. The same
Oh
kids that
my
you worked out
goodness.
on, I used to pick them up. And I'm gonna tell you what I was happy about. It was during a period of time in my life when all of my friends knew that I was a bus driver,
Right.
and they used to call me, and they'd say, "Mac, my son been getting to school late every day, bruh. What's happening with it?" He said, "Y'all late." I said, "Okay, hey, that's what cell phones just came out with the flip phones and the cameras and video." I
Right.
said, "I'm gonna hit you up in about 5 minutes." I showed a video of his son
Yeah.
acting a plumb fool.
Oh.
And I sent him the video and I said, "That's your son right there, bruh. So
Ah,
that's
damn.
you do what you need to do." And his son was on time every day after that.
Oh
But I
yeah.
used, yeah,
Yeah. You got to tell the parents every now and then. I remember I was over here at Coronado, and I think that was
Coronado.
Coronado in Richmond, yeah, elementary, and because I'm still with the West Contra Costa Unified School District, but they he was fourth, fifth between the fourth and the sixth grade, but just acting a plum fool. Now I already got this connection with your mom and everything, just acting a plum fool. So one day, he doing too much. She told me to call her. I called her. She came up there and it was an empty room, classroom across the hall. She called him
Yeah.
over there. I think I got another teacher to watch my class, and we went over there, and she talked to him. She took the bill out her purse.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about he was lightweight, and now y'all the kids get like they parents' age in the field, his parents'
Right,
size.
right, right.
Boy, she told him off. I went across the hallway, and he was cool ever since. Every now and then you gotta let them know, hey, and let their
Right.
parents know, and handle it your way, ma'am. Cause I can't handle him no more. He already know he can get away with whatever with me.
I got another question for you. What's the hardest thing you ever had to overcome in your life?
The hardest thing I had to ever overcome. Damn, that's that. It is. I've had so many. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really have people that I look for because I always had to look within. Shit, it's several things. I mean, I really during that time I was really lost when I was going to the detention center. You know what I'm saying? I was like super intelligent, but again, my city didn't have none. So then I'm just hanging out with folks. So I ended up going to detention center.
Yeah.
That 3 times, and then like I was always on the honor roll. So I first had got my first F when I had kicked that off. I was smoking, drinking old English and
Oh,
everything.
oh, hey, the
Yeah,
40
yeah.
ounce.
Look, 16. Oh no, 15. Couldn't of course I would come. The first time I came on. So anyway, I came on slide. I got a whooping that day. Not with no belt. I think my mama had that yellow wiffle ball back. Oh yeah. So overcoming that and getting back on the honor roll and just telling myself this ain't you, like that was my biggest thing.
Right.
Then when it was time for me to leave for the military, it still stands out. I was going to get ready to leave,
Oh,
and I
you're a
couldn't leave.
veteran.
I was a veteran. I'm talking about like boot camp, and I couldn't leave because I was pregnant at that time, and
Damn.
I didn't, and just getting caught up in the ugliness, and but I was so determined. So even so, like this is my mindset at 17. Like even then, like I did what I had to do. Rest in peace to little Ray Ray, a little Gigi, whoever it would have been. But I was supposed to leave in June. I left in November. Because it was I'm just always overcoming something. Like right now, I'm in a lawsuit. This is one of my biggest things recently, just because I just trusted the person, and I had already done got over on like contractors out there because I had started on the Bayou Block thing in East St. Louis. Contractor got over on me, and I
Yeah,
sued them,
yeah.
won, and this
Wait, wait,
contractor
wait, wait,
down
what,
here.
what was? Hold on, what was that? A real estate investment or something like that?
No, that was
What?
it was the contractor, and so
The,
yeah, he what he was doing, he made it seem like I had to keep giving him all the money, wasn't no work done, and I was keep giving him money, and
right.
so it's like, where's the work? And I found out you don't give them hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Nah.
They should be able to start work if
Nah.
you're a true contractor. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? And we have this
Right.
thing going on. So that
Right.
happened, and then during the pandemic, I did leave here. I left, went back to my hometown, back on the block. I finished out one house, and I left it in the hands of a broker who actually worked with me when I got this house, and we was I quote unquote friends. I would host her Christmas events every year,
Okay.
and she moved a squatter here, broke my house up, all that. So this is really hard because she used to be a lawyer, and I'm coming in trying to fend myself. So
Right.
this is one of my things right now that gets me a little bit a lot of anxiety and a little depression, and then overcoming
Yeah.
the fact that my mother has changed,
Yeah.
so our relationship has changed because she don't really have the voice. So
Yeah.
I haven't talked to my mom in like months
Okay.
since April. She had a stroke in April. So
Okay.
really talking on the phone whenever I want to with my mom. So yeah,
Okay.
life is life. You feel me? It
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, Gabby, nice to have you on the show, man. Check this out. If there's anything you want to close the show with or speak on, or you got the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to speak on too much. I do want to tell the Bay Area comedians or any comedian that stops in the Bay Area about the Funny Wednesday open mic. That goes on. Can you put that on the screen?
What's that? Oh, the
The open
flyer.
mic. Yeah,
Which
the
one? The
open mic.
funniest? The open mic or the
No,
funniest?
yes. I want to invite all the Bay Area comedians, any comedian. This is an open mic that goes on every first and third Wednesday. It's been going on over a year and a half. So I want to invite you, any comedians that stop through the Bay. Like the doors is open every first and third Wednesday over at the Bank Club. It's a very safe space. And we have a great time. So I invite all the comedians to the open mic. Every Funny Wednesday open mic every first and third Wednesday. That's what I most definitely want to do. Also, you could put the other flyer up. Thank you. Now I got Marcus working. Yeah.
I was looking for video clips. I couldn't find them.
Oh, yeah. It's so many components. Like if you're a comedian, then you really need to have you somebody that's a photographer, a relationship. All this business is relationship building. That's what I do know. But
That's it.
again, I want to let you guys know the Funny as Fuck Pride Comedy Show is tomorrow. Um, and hit me up if you a LGBTQIA plus comedian. I'm sure we're gonna do show number 4. So listen, I'll be more than happy to review your reel and book you for the show. I want to just be really clear and uncut, especially my local shows. I pay each comedian $75. So if you're there 12 solid minutes, $75. Meet me there, don't beat me there. And anybody else, listen, I'm very open to collaborating to make whatever we're doing on larger. So yeah, just tap into Gabby Valentino.
All
Yeah,
right, thank you, Gabby. All right,
thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, that's Gabby Valentino.
Hey.
Hey,
Thank you, Marcus, and shout out to you. Just what I'm saying, using what you have. You know what
using
I'm
what I
saying,
have.
doing these
Yeah.
lives. It's dope.
Thanks for coming, Gabby. This is Gabby Valentino. She got a show tomorrow night and an open mic on Wednesdays. Let me put the flyer back up as we go off real quick. Let me see. That's the funniest fuck Pride Comedy Show.
Yeah.
That's on 15th Street. Yeah, okay. And then after that, she have her open mic on Wednesday.
Every first and third Wednesday.
Yeah, that's at the Bank Club.
Oh,
So
you know what? I should have sent you the flyer with Skill Hudson. My last show of the year would be December the 20th. It'll be the third Wednesday, and we're bringing Skills Hudson. And,
Skills.
Skills. So I already know it's going to be Capricorn season. I'm a Capricorn, so I already know that show is going to sell out. Matter of fact, I'm doing the doggone Eventbrite right now, so y'all look for that ticket. We're going to have $10, $15 tickets as soon as I drop it, so make sure you go ahead and score that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Gabby Valentino. This your boy Marcus Mack with another beautiful day in the Bay. We signing off. Peace.
Peace.
Hold up, Gabby. You still on? Hold up.
Okay. Now,
Hold
do
on.
I get a copy of that show or what?
Yeah.
Okay.